Welcome to this explainer. Today we are jumping straight into YouTube's Effects Maker. Specifically, we're going to master the AI video transformation template. We are literally going to take a regular everyday selfie and turn it into an ancient Roman cinematic masterpiece. By the end of this, you won't just be scrolling past AI effects, you are going to be engineering them yourself.
Here's our roadmap for today. We've got 1. The workflow. 2. Perfect AI prompts. 3. Preview GIFs. 4. The visual script. And finally, testing and publishing.
Let's dive right into Section 1, the Effect Maker workflow.
Okay, so the best part here, you don't have to build any of this from scratch. The template already sets the stage for you. When you open the tool, your workspace is logically divided up into 4 main areas. Over on the far left is your Objects panel that shows every single element in your effect. Right beside that is the Assets panel. Think of that as your digital storage locker for all your AI prompts and media. Down at the bottom is the Visual Script, which is basically the brain connecting everything together. And finally, over on the right is the Preview panel, which is your real-time testing ground.
Moving on to Section 2, writing perfect AI prompts.
All right, this right here is exactly what separates an amateur effect from a truly professional one. If you use a weak prompt, like say, the subject transforms into a Roman, you are going to get super vague, unpredictable results. It's just way too broad. But a strong prompt? That gives the AI exact step-by-step instructions. Something like, the subject puts on a golden laurel crown, their clothing morphs into a Roman toga, the background particulate disintegrates into stone columns. See the difference? You're essentially directing a mini-movie.
Now, to guarantee you get consistent results every single time, no matter who actually uses your effect, you need to follow a few golden rules. First, always write your prompts in English. Second, stick to neutral terms. Use phrases like the subject or the room instead of specific pronouns. Also, make sure to describe your actions sequentially, just separating them with commas. And here's an interesting one. While you can totally describe background music to kind of influence the overall visual vibe, you should never ask the AI for dialogue or speech. It simply won't translate to the video engine. So skip the talking.
Oh, and another absolutely crucial rule of thumb for your prompts: keep them concise. Seriously, the AI thrives on clear, compact instructions, so you really want to stay strictly under that 250-character limit. Short, sweet, and to the point.
Let's move on to Section 3, formatting the preview GIF.
Okay, so you've got your prompt perfected. Now we need to wrap our effect in a really enticing visual preview. Because, let's face it, nobody wants to look at a blank screen. Once you generate an MP4 in that preview panel we talked about, you'll convert it into a GIF. But here is the vital formatting step. You have got to trim that source video down to a strict maximum of 3 to 4 seconds before you convert it, no longer than that.
You might be wondering, why does it have to be so short? Well, the visual script is actually hardwired to automatically hide this GIF exactly 3 seconds after the effect starts, or literally the exact moment the user taps to record. That brief 3-second window gives the user just enough time to see what the cool transformation looks like without getting in the way of them actually using it.
Section 4, decoding the visual script. Let's peek under the hood for a second, because the logic flow here is beautifully automated. Here's how it plays out. When a user taps to record, the script automatically hides that preview GIF and triggers a 3, 2, 1 countdown. Once that countdown hits 0, 2 things fire off at the exact same time: a white screen flash animation and a camera snapshot. Right after that, there's a very precise 1-second delay before the Create AI video node actually kicks in and works its magic.
Listen, that snapshot moment, that is the absolute heartbeat of this entire logic setup. It captures the user's selfie right in that instant. Then the AI engine takes that exact image, grabs our 250-character text prompt, and basically mashes those 2 inputs together to build the final video transformation. It's so cool how it works.
All right, final stretch. Section 5, testing and publishing.
Before we go releasing our time-traveling Roman effect out into the wild, we have got to do some quality control. You're probably asking yourself, okay, this looks awesome on my face, but how do I actually know this prompt is going to hold up across totally different faces, different lighting, and completely different environments? Answering that question is exactly what separates the good creators from the truly great ones.
So here's what you do. You can easily test different default faces directly in the desktop preview panel. Just swap them out. But to really pressure test it, you need to click Preview on phone and scan the QR code. This is so absolutely crucial because the mobile experience actually behaves a bit differently. On your desktop, the effect just runs continuously. But on your phone, the recording physically pauses right after that snapshot. The user gets taken to a separate loading screen while the AI does all the heavy lifting, and then the final video plays. Testing on mobile makes 100% sure you are experiencing exactly what your audience is going to experience.
Once you've tested it and you're happy with the results, publishing is literally just a few clicks. You hit submit. You upload a thumbnail, and a quick pro tip for you here, definitely use an image that clearly splits the before and after states right down the middle, so users know exactly what to expect. Give it a catchy, fun name like Ancient Rome, add a quick description, make sure your start trigger is set to record, and boom, you're live.
Now, if all that visual script timeline stuff felt a little overwhelming a minute ago, I want you to remember this direct quote from the source material. You don't need to change any of this to ship a great effect. That underlying logic, it is completely ready to go, straight out of the box. YouTube's Effect Maker takes care of all that complex coding, which empowers you to just focus entirely on tweaking your AI prompts and designing a visually amazing aesthetic.
So you now have the complete blueprint to build, prompt, and publish your own AI video transformations. Think about that. The power of an entire special effects studio is literally sitting right there in your browser. Are you going to build a wild safari transformation? Maybe a feudal Japan kimono effect? Or maybe you'll invent an entirely new reality from scratch. The only limit here is your imagination. Well, your imagination and that 250-character limit. Thanks for hanging out with me for this explainer. Now, what digital alchemy will you create, and what historical era will you travel to next?